If you've seen your favorite Korean stars on TV shows, K-dramas, or movies, well, this has been going on for quite some time. At first, you'll see an idol star in just one movie or drama, but before you know it, they start starring in many of them. And a lot of them actually take that jump from being a K-pop singer to an actor full-time. So the question begs, why is this? Why did they trade out being from the concert stage over to the acting stage? Well, it's time to find out. Now, just a little disclaimer, some of the reasons I'll go over might overlap a little bit with a previous video I did called Why Do K-pop Members Leave and Their Groups Disband? But other reasons might surprise you. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the expiration of a K-pop star. When a K-pop star first gets into the industry, they're young, new, and energetic. And they're the talk of town because in the K-pop scene, people want the new trendy groups. They want someone that's fresh. And of course, there's a lot of hype for a debut group. As the years go on and the idols get a little older, maybe around year 3 or 4, the excitement wears off. They're not really new anymore and they're considered veterans of the K-pop industry. Since this group's been around in the K-pop industry for some time, they're now old news as K-pop fans are now looking for that new trendy thing, the group that they once were when they first debuted. Groups that were once on top of the K-pop world are now discarded as loyalty in K-pop is really hard to find. So knowing this, the life of a K-pop star is quite short as they only have a certain number of years to capitalize on their youth and age. And yes, while there are some groups that continue well into their 30s and 40s, such as Shinhwa or Super Junior or G.O.D, the fact of the matter is that those groups now just have their niche audiences, the original and loyal fans that love them from the start. Because the newer fans, today's generation, won't be looking at those groups anymore. They'll be looking at, of course, the new trendy groups. And eventually, K-pop stars start to realize as they get older that to sustain their fame and profit, it's not in K-pop anymore. As their once prized age, a low number at the time, is starting to creep up to get higher and higher. So they start to look to acting, where in acting, there is really no age limit. You got young actors, you got teenage actors, you got actors in your 20s, and you have actors in your 30s and well beyond. In fact, a lot of older actors, especially if they act well, are well respected in Korea. Which goes into my next point, reaching out to a bigger audience. Now let me tell you about one of my friends real quick. So she's Korean, she's in her early 30s, and she doesn't really know about TWICE or BTS. Well, yes, she knows that they're K-pop groups. She can't really name a song from either group or any of the big mainstream groups. And you might think this is sacrilege or unbelievable, but for a lot of older Koreans, they don't listen to K-pop. And since my friend is a bit older, that she's a working woman. She has things to do. She has family, she has her own working life, and she prefers things like Korean movies and American movies instead. And this is the norm for a lot of older Korean people as they grew out of K-pop. Which belabors the point again where K-pop is a very young market. It targets the young teeny boppers as well as early 20-something college students. But you know what targets both the young and older demographic? Yes, that's right, acting. Movies, dramas, and TV shows. Since there's no age limit to movies, dramas, and TV shows, there's a lot larger of an audience for actors. In fact, they have a larger reach than pretty much every single K-pop group, unless they're in the very top tier of K-pop groups. And to demonstrate this, let me break out some numbers. So if you like numbers, you're in luck. For this example, we're just gonna compare movies. We're not even gonna compare Korean dramas, as a lot of you guys know are huge, and TV shows, which are also huge in Korea. Just movies. If a K-pop star lands in a blockbuster movie, it's immense. So I'm going to take the extremes and take the biggest Korean blockbuster of all time, which is Myeongnyang, or The Admiral Roaring Currents. Just for the first day alone, this movie had 683,000 viewers. The fourth and fifth days, it had over 1.2 million viewers each day. And overall, the movie sold over 17.6 million tickets since 2014. Now compare this to K-pop. Any concert that gets, let's just say 20,000 people in a given stadium is pretty big. It's really big. And any concert that gets over 40,000 people, like in a huge World Olympic Stadium, is just, wow, that's just incredible. But as huge as those numbers are, those numbers pale in comparison to a blockbuster Korean hit like Roaring Currents. So let's take one of the biggest, if I believe not the biggest a world tour ever, the Big Bang Made World Tour. And for this world tour, the numbers were incredible. They were very staggering. It was 1.5 million people attending the tour in 66 concerts. People just loved their Big Bang. But as staggering as those numbers are, Roaring Currents, just on their 4th and 5th day, as mentioned earlier, had over 1.2 million tickets sold. Now you might be saying, well, don't concert tickets make a lot more money than a movie ticket? And yeah, you would be right. There are some concerts and world tours that are immensely profitable. And to set some numbers, let's say the average movie ticket is around $10 to $15, while the average concert ticket is around $80 to $150. So yeah, each person that goes to a concert is a lot more profitable than each moviegoer that goes to a movie. True, that is true. However, movies do make their profit from the immense audience they have. And of course, this doesn't take into account if an actor also does Korean dramas or TV shows, which adds to their profitability and exposure. Now, 1.5 million is crazy. That's a lot of people that want to see Big Bang. But Big Bang got worked to the bone. That's quite tiring for any K-pop star, which would lead to the next point. There's less time commitment, and acting is a little bit easier than being a K-pop idol. Now, don't get me wrong, being an actor does take a lot of hard work, but let's take a look at an actor's schedule. So usually when they're booked to a movie or a Korean drama, they have to be on set for a couple months. And then once the movie or drama is done, they might be around for a couple more weeks to do promotions for that said production. Yet after the movie or K-drama is done, well, that's where it differs. An actor pretty much has free time now where they can pursue a new project such as acting in a new movie or drama, they can go on TV shows, they can go traveling, or heck, they can just rest. In fact, many actors take a couple months, if not a year or two, before their next big project. An actor's live concert per se is when a TV production company such as KBS or SBS or JTBC or TVN, or if a movie theater plays their movie. An actor doesn't have to do a slew of concerts in Korea or overseas like a K-pop star, or do numerous fan meetings to keep fans' interest high. They can pretty much sit back and relax since their production is done and have the movie or K-drama do the heavy lifting. In a way, having a movie or K-drama is kind of like an investment. It can be seen while the actor is sleeping. One of the reasons why this works is an actor's audience is a bit more older, a bit more mature. They don't have to constantly pump out new Korean dramas or movies to keep that fan's attention. Now compare this to a K-pop idol. The average K-pop idol works 14 to 18 hours a day, get little sleep, have to always be practicing their choreography or singing or going on TV shows or doing interviews. K-pop idols constantly have to stay in the public eye just to remain trendy and hot, just to keep the younger K-pop audience's attention at all times. I didn't even have to look hard to find out a group that does this, which is Twice, and it feels like every 3 months or so, they're pumping out a new song. While you might say, well, that's because JYP Entertainment 2.0 has a new way of streamlining music production. Having Twice pump out a song so fast with little rest, that's really tough. And not to mention, they have to do fan meetings, concerts in Korea, and world tours, and it just takes a toll on a K-pop star. Unlike a movie actor, a K-pop idol has to be at a concert live. They have to actually be there because while people will pay to see a recording of a movie or K-drama, there's just a greater demand to see a K-pop idol live than at a hologram show or at a recording of a concert. I feel the constant duties of a K-pop idol just leaves little time for them to do anything else. And if you repeat this for a couple of years, that easily leads to burnout as well as just aging faster. And when you look at it from that perspective, as well as how much easier and more convenient an actor's schedule is, a lot of K-pop idols start thinking, maybe I should get into acting as well. And the last one, some K-pop idols actually dreamed of becoming actors from the start. Not all K-pop stars wanted to become a singer. They actually wanted to become actors instead. A lot of them planned to become an idol at first, then later transition into acting. It's one of the easiest ways to get into acting because you already have a solid base for being a celebrity and a fan base built in to get into acting and people supporting you in your new endeavors. Now, there's a stigma that a lot of K-pop actors that go into acting can't act, and well, it's kind of true. But there are several that did make that jump and did it quite successfully. Among them include Apink's Eunji, Girls' Day's Hyeri, IU, DBSK and JYJ member Park Yoochun, Shinhwa's Eric, EXO's D.O., Seungkook, and Lee Seung-gi. And with the success of more and more K-pop idols going into acting, I don't see this trend dying anytime soon. So guys, what do you guys think about this video on why more and more K-pop idols are turning to acting? Have you noticed this trend? Is your favorite K-pop idol going into acting soon? And who are your favorite actors? I'd love to know your comments in the comments below. And you guys know the drill. If you guys want real talk on K-pop and K-pop journalism, then please sign up for my email list and grab that free ebook on learning more about K-pop in depth. And with that being said, I'm off to watch some more K-pop music videos, but I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.